Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Secret Services Celebrity Psychic Readings. I'm going to be your reader for today, Quintarius Shakir. Please go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com and purchase a private psychic reading, or go to quintarius.com to purchase a private psychic reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to this video. Please share this video with someone in your spiritual family. Also, please check out my Patreon. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network, where I have exclusive psychic readings on there. Okay, so we're going to be doing a reading on SZA. So as usual, I'm going to do a personality reading. And your number is 9. Alright, so the first card about SZA is the victim card, and this is speaking about SZA is someone that's always seeking self-pity. So I think that she's very, very sensitive. I also think that she's very intuitive. I think that she knows who to surround herself with that will feel, sorry for her, and I feel like she's just gushing with emotions. I feel like she's someone that wants to just love on other people, and she just wants to love the world, but when people don't love her, she feels hurt. And I also feel like she, in her passive aggressiveness, she wants other people to step in and fight her battles for her. I think that she can sometimes feel victimized by the circumstances that befall her, because she personalizes things, and she's like, okay, this is all about me, 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 me. I think that she has a very sensitive ego. The next card is the Child Divine card. This is speaking about her having a deep connection with children, but this is also talking about her always trying to gravitate towards like purity, being innocent, and if she does play around in the dark, it's kind of experimental. But I feel just intuitively she naturally likes to be in very pure, wholesome spaces. But but if she's ungrounded, she will find herself in situations that are, controversial. It's kind of like the song The Weekend. So if SZA finds herself somebody's mistress, for example, she's the mistress because she feels as though she's not good enough to get the guy that she really wants. Therefore, she justifies her behavior as, I'm focused on my career and I don't really want a relationship. And it's like, yeah, you really want a relationship. No, I don't want a relationship. But this guy's unavailable and I'm unavailable because I don't want a relationship. So it works. All right. So that's one thing that I see from SZA. The next card is talking about her being a pioneer. So SZA naturally has she naturally taps into information that is new. And I'm also hearing that in her artistry, like the angels that are around her give her very specific notes, very specific lyrics, very specific metaphors that no one else has access to. And I'm hearing that a lot of her language was designed to be intentionally trendy. I think that SZA is supposed to be, what I hear them saying is that, SZA pioneers things in this way. She plants the seed and then she blossoms. She's like a weed. It's like kudzu. At first it appears as though, she's just a small vine, but then she just branches out, and then the next thing you know, you're completely consumed by her. And SZA is pioneer. She may not be pioneering a new sound technically, but she is pioneering a new way to engineer a new wave of artist ingenuity in terms of gaining exposure and acquiring stardom. SZA is an advocate for many different communities. I think that she's someone that just blindly supports people. She loves friendship. She loves love. She loves her fans. She loves being supported. She loves her family. She has a very sanitized outlook on the world. Not so much sunshine and butterflies, but a very clean, janitorial look at things. That there are no such thing as germs, and there is no violence. We just want world peace, and if there is destruction in the world, is because the people have like these very mean and bad spirits. That's how I see her saying it, but that childlike innocence is what allows for her to be so forgiving with the people that she's around, and that allows for her to bring out the best in the people that she touches. The next card that I get about her is the Martyr card, and they're saying that SZA, though she is very emotional, she's also someone that she's not afraid to metamorphosize herself. She's very strong. SZA may fall and cry, but she will get back up. SZA is the crying fighter. She's crying, boo-hoo, weeping. Her nose is bleeding, but she's beating your ass. SZA is the cards are telling me that SZA again is addicted to self-pity, but she is an army builder. She uses self-pity to build her tribe, kind of like the queen that has a gang around her. The next card is the Mystic card. SZA is actually very intuitive, very tapped into divine power, so she may be into numerology and astrology. But I definitely am hearing that she's into astrology, and I think that she should. And this is just just some good advice for you, SZA. If you're thinking about how to win awards, I think that you should. I think that you should dress for the occasion. I think that certain dress styles are good for you on certain award nights, and it'll increase the probability that the spirits are like, hey, this award was for you. And I think that colors matter in like, for example, if I don't know anything about astrology, but if your moon is in Venus or your Venus is in the moon, whatever. And this is in the month of February, perhaps you should just wear the color yellow splashed with, some gray in it. And that would be good for you, SZA. But anyway, I'm definitely hearing that she's very much tapped into divine power. And synchronicity is important for her in her life. The Liberator card is talking about she's someone that is self-motivated. I see SZA standing in the mirror talking to herself like a life coach, I don't know if she has a militant or a military background, but I definitely hear like a father like yelling at her and saying, hey, you're going to get up and do this. You got to get up and do that. Da-da-da. This is this. Get up, clean your clothes. Get up, clean your room. Get up, sing this song. You're going to church. And I think that SZA that sort of internal language can border on self-flagellation. But for the most part, SZA does a great job at motivating herself, talking to herself, uplifting herself, despite the fact that she always feels inadequate, or if she does feel very confident, I think that her confidence is the feeling of confidence is fleeting for her, and then it's immediately replaced by these suspicions about her success. Why am I successful right now? Why didn't I get this? Why didn't I get that? Did this person not really like me? Did they really support me? Do people love me as much as they say they do? Sort of thing. So now with SZA, we're going to get into SZA's childhood. SZA had a really, really good relationship with her father. I think that her father was very protective of her. He was also very emotional, but he was emotional and he was emotional in a healthy way. I think that he had a great sense of humor, and I'm also hearing that she was a daddy's girl. She loves her dad, and I think that it's like her first love was her father. Her first love was her father. SZA, as a child growing up, she spent a lot of time working and studying. So I don't see it as, and when I say working, I think she spent a lot of time like doing chores, doing her homework. And when I say studying, she was allowed to study the arts. Very much so, like music. So her parents didn't mind her, listening to lots of music and practicing vocal runs. I think that she spent a lot of time practicing her songwriting skills. Her penmanship, I'm also hearing that she has beautiful penmanship, that she spent a lot of time training her handwriting, and that calligraphy also may be something that she's really good at, or that she does. But for the most part, I see her just sitting in front of the television, imagining being a star, and having these dreams of moving into entertainment. I think that she was very much hurt by seeing her dad either step out on her mom, or possibly seeing her dad have multiple lovers. I'm also saying that kind of crushed her a little bit about her father. Kind of like, oh, he's in love with other women. The next thing that I see for SZA is as a child growing up, because she's so intuitive, she would pick up on a lot of information about people, but I'm hearing that these adults didn't want to hear the truth about themselves. Therefore, but SZA always attracted a lot of attention just for the things that she said and did. Not so much that she was a troublemaker, but people kind of saw her as clumsy, and kind of like, that she couldn't get it together, or that she didn't have it all together in terms of her decorum. I'm hearing that she was around people. She grew up around people that weren't as well-rounded. She didn't grow up around well-rounded people, and these people also didn't know how to. I don't think they knew how to speak about her behavior to describe her behavior in a way that made her feel confident in who she was. And I'm also seeing that, SZA would daydream about kind of escaping her family and taking her father with her, or just kind of leaving her family behind and just, focusing on her father. And I'm seeing where she always had a plan. She's just like, I'm going to make it rich, be famous, live in another country, and then I'm never going to see these people again. And the final thing that I see for SZA in her childhood is that relationships, like, she got into relationships kind of early, and I'm seeing it as like, each relationship, her emotional capacity grew with each relationship. Kind of like she was naive to love, and I think that she still is naive to romance. I think that she has a lot of emotional intelligence, and she's really good with meeting people where they are, in terms of not being judgmental and understanding why people may think what they think, or why this person said this off the wall comment. But I am seeing this, like, I am seeing that is also her disadvantage, or her downfall, is her naivety. And her naivety has been the reason that she's had a series of she's had mixed results in relationships. Like, she has one good, there's one good guy, one terrible relationship, a good guy and a terrible relationship with a good guy, it's like there's really no consistency there, and I think that she has a hard time trying to find this common thread, trying to find the common thread of like, what is it that I'm doing wrong to not find love. So yeah, that's what I see. For the next cards, what does SZA go through mentally and emotionally? SZA thinks a lot about relationships. She thinks a lot about relationships and love. And she thinks, she almost feels kind of like love is not for her, in a way. And she's like, you know, my career. She's like, my career is successful. I've got the career. I've met these great guys, but when am I gonna meet? You know, when am I gonna meet my other half? I definitely see her always dating, but really always dating because of her visibility. And she definitely gets a variety of guys that are interested in her. But I'm hearing that none of these guys speak her language. None of them, they're either really attractive but they're not spiritual enough, or they're really intelligent but not spiritual enough, or they're very spiritual but they're not enterprising. And I feel like there's a package that SZA's looking for. And she's not able to find it, and because she has these high expectations that are never met, she's become jaded by dating. I think that another thing that SZA is going through deals with. I think another thing that SZA is going through deals with her wanting to have family and children, and she's trying to figure out how to just grow. It's like SZA has a very linear, like, she's like, you know, life will be linear for me. I will have the great career, and when my career reaches this peak, and I've done all I needed to accomplish, then my soulmate will come, and then I will have the children. I will get married. She wants it that way. She doesn't want to put the cart before the horse. But I am seeing where there were these different guys that have offered her love. She's also had the opportunity to have a child, but I do see where she's had offers for, she's been made offers for these things, or she's had the opportunities to have the family, the wife, and be a wife, and have and to have children, and to have a faithful husband. These things will come to her, but not all at once, not all at the same time. So she's just really always thinking about love. In terms of her career, it's with management. There's a guy that's over her that he has her on this leash, and she can be as creative as she wants to be, but she almost feels like she's being punished. You know, it's like she's like, she feels stuck. Like, my label supports me beyond belief, but she also feels like her label is only giving her 98% of what she wants, and the other 2% of what she wants is recognition. She wants to receive her roses in the form of accolades, achievements, and she feels like she's being blocked from those things for being disobedient in some way. But with that being said, she you know, this man is not punishing her. He's just like, you know, I have a contingency plan for you. You put in 80%, you get 80%. So yeah, why didn't she win any Grammys? That's going to be my next question. Why did SZA not win any Grammys? They're saying SZA didn't win any Grammys because of there was either I think that there was just like verbal conflict between her and others in the industry. It's like, it's almost like the people that were voting on SZA politically, they felt, you know, they had like neutral but slightly positive feelings towards her. Kind of like, well, she's hot, you know, we do think that, you know, we do really like her, but is she down for us? sort of thing. I'm also hearing that with her not winning any Grammys, it also has to do with something that happened in the past. And I don't think that this is public. I think that there's something that SZA did, or someone that she spoke to, or she had a sour interaction with, and that person is aligned with people that were choosing who gets to receive a Grammy. With that being said, I don't think that she's blackballed at all. I just think that from what these cards are saying, SZA wasn't able to win a Grammy just because she was just blocked that particular year. I think that she will win a Grammy in the future, but definitely SZA was definitely blocked, if only because of a negative interaction that she had specifically with a man. There may have been two men, and this could be the thing. She may have had 3 record deals on the table, and she chopped one person off. In the sense of, she said, fuck you, I don't want this deal, goodbye. And that person ended up, stinging her in the long run. Like, she definitely made something of herself, but that person also was determined to make sure that she was blocked in some way. So is SZA spiritual? SZA is spiritually blocked. Let's put it that way. SZA's I'm hearing that SZA communes with the spirits. Like she does dibble and dabble. She should take it more seriously. I am hearing that if SZA did readings, if SZA was a reader, kind of like Princess Nokia, or she was tapped into her clairvoyance, I'm definitely hearing that she'd be able to see people for who they are, because I'm hearing that SZA has a tough time discerning people's intentions when they're around her. That's not to say that I think that she lacks discernment, but she has a tough time using her discernment. Kind of like it takes her, about a month when it should take her an hour to figure out if this person is for her or not. With that being said, in terms of her being spiritual, I see it as SZA she meditates, she drinks her tea, but I don't think that she tries to actively build a relationship with her ancestors. I think that if she built a relationship with her ancestors, she would be able to be more secure in herself. She would feel like she can have the husband. She would feel like she doesn't have to compromise her time or creativity or her sound if she was more grounded. That's how I hear it. But I see that the Tower card is telling me that she will always, it's always like she's spiritually blocked. It's like she can only go but so far in her soul development before she needs to start really working with the ancestors, setting up an altar. Some people actually have to, they have to some people can get by on just a prayer. Some people can get by on just thinking positive thoughts. But SZA's someone that needs to have a system implemented for herself. All right. Is SZA in a relationship? From what these cards are telling me, because I've shuffled like half of the deck so far, from what these cards are telling me is that if SZA is in a relationship with someone, it's new. It's new, and I think that this man that she's dealing with right now is, he's broken. He's brokenhearted. SZA's a healer. She's a wounded healer. She's a wounded healer. She takes care of men emotionally. I'm saying where SZA's just kind of waiting on this guy to make his move, or either make his move or make his mind up about what he wants, because I do see other women around him. But I don't see SZA actively pursuing. I see her, you know, kind of just waiting for him to choose whether he wants to go left or right, commitment or not. Again, what keeps SZA attracted to men is like when she meets a guy that she just can't figure out, a guy that she literally just can't read, because she moves with her intuition a lot. She uses her intuition a lot more than what she might give herself credit for. With that said, they're describing her as the Queen of Swords, the Five of Swords, and then the Ace of Hazards. This is all telling me that that she may be fighting over this guy's attention and winning, or that there's a battle where she naturally has this guy's attention, and this other woman just she can't compete, and this other woman just can't seem to get her footing back with this guy. But I see that this man, she needs to be careful, because I think this guy that she's dealing with, he's after her money, or he's going to expect her to connect him to people that are in the music industry. But he may make an offer or a proposal to her, an offer or a proposal to her for marriage, specifically for marriage. I don't see her going through with it at all. But I see her in a relationship with a man. So I'm gonna, since I've shuffled again, I'm gonna ask for more specific information about this situation with SZA. Yeah, she is in a relationship with a man. She's in a relationship with a man, and I think that he is torn, whether on who to deal with. She is winning, so to speak, if it's like, this is for the love of unknown man, you know, come get your clock, SZA. But their spirit is saying, you know, SZA, be careful if you move forward with this guy. If you make you know, make your bed, lay in it. And they're saying it's going to be a hot ass mess. They're saying that in terms of trying to create something stable with him, this is not it. And then the Nine of Wands is specifically speaking about this being in the media, or you know, the media being able to consume it for their own pleasure. So I would definitely say don't deal with this guy. I think that this guy is trying to. Well, no. I don't want to say don't deal with him. I'm saying, I will say it is, you know, SZA. If you watch this video, this particular man, he's very charming. He knows what he wants. He follows his intuition and his hunches. He does like her a lot. He's very attracted to her, to who she is. And SZA likes being seen. She really enjoys being seen as who she is. Like, she does not want you to bring up the old photos of her. It's like, you know, look at me now. That's how I see it. Because she's in this relationship, what does this guy want from her? He wants her to make things better in his life, for his career. And he wants her to he wants her to also submit to her, and he wants to be taken care of. And she wants him to leave those other women behind so that she can be with him. And she knows it's gonna take him a while, and that he is overwhelmed, but she's hoping for marriage with this guy. I don't know who this man is, but he's tall. He's taller than her, and he is attractive. She's attracted to him. I'm not seeing him as as like a very big man, but you know, he may be an athlete. He's either an athlete or he's athletic. With that being said, what happens to SZA's voice? Oh, SZA overused. It's like SZA overworked her voice, and she's not a trained singer. I'm hearing it as she needed a vocal coach to teach her about her vocal cords are strained. They are damaged. It's like there's too much singing, too much speaking, too much talking, and then what I'm hearing is that. I don't know why I'm hearing this. I don't know anything about music, but I hear like her belly register needs work because it's like the air that she's breathing in is harsh on her lungs or something like that. It's like the way that she does it is very harsh on the lungs, and it's like it's very constricted. That's what I hear. I don't know anything about music, but I am saying where Spirit is like, you know, her vocal cords are not permanently damaged. They are. She does need to take a rest. They are swollen. But Spirit is definitely saying that she has an immature way of, she has a very, immature way of singing. For her to have sang as long as she sang. And I'm also hearing that this can be fixed through home-based remedies. She needs to not speak, and she needs to she needs to definitely gargle a lot and drink lots of salt, like it's a salt water solution or something like that. I think gargle with a salt water solution, that's what I'm hearing. Drink lots and lots of soup, and then there are some herbs or herb capsules that she can take that will help heal that, the inflammation. That's what I'm hearing. So, anything else about the vocal cords? Spirit is saying that if she can take a rest from using her voice, and if she can just sit down, chill, because SZA is she's self-made. She's a self-made singer, and that's why I say she's not a trained singer. They're like, if she can sit down and just take some time, spend some time with her family, she'll be able to get right back to it. They're like, go spend time with your family, get close to the ancestors, and in doing so, I think that she's gonna have a lot more coming for her. Now, with that said, where's her music career headed? They're saying that it's in the air with her music, because they're saying that she has prepared. Well, see, this is the thing. Spirit is telling me that SZA has over prepared the promotion of her album. Like, she already has things. Like, she has things already planned to release. So she'll do fine. And she's not going to not be in the public eye. But much rather, they're saying that she needs to contemplate. Like, does she want to take this time to start planning what her next project will be so that she can continue getting ahead? Or should she take some time to enjoy this relationship? But I'm also saying if she tries to take time to enjoy this relationship, it's going to be some scrutiny that comes. Either from family or in the public. But it's definitely coming from family. And I say or because we may never see this. I'm also saying that, yeah, SZA is just it's this relationship. The relationship. But anything with the music, they're saying that with this music, it's gonna take some time for some new music to come out. They're saying that she's still gonna continue touring, promoting the music that she has now, but we can't expect really anything new until she's more grounded in this relationship. And also, this issue with her vocal cords kind of has her a bit shaken. The Empress, the Nine of Swords, and then the Queen of Wands, this is all telling me that she wants to have children and a baby. I'm also saying where she really wants to take care of this man. Okay? She really wants to take care of this man. She's trying to do energy work to raise the vibration so that they can have more romantic chemistry between them. But yeah, that's what I see. Now, with that said, I hope that you all enjoyed this reading on SZA. Please go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com. and purchase a private psychic reading. Also, please check out my Patreon. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network, where I have exclusive psychic readings on it. You can also get very cheap psychic readings at Black Spectrum Network through this special called The Wait List. You want to go ahead and do that now. It's for a limited time only. And also make sure that you check me out on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Every Wednesday, 9 p.m. On YouTube. All right, with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Bye.
I just wanna fly away. First class out of space.